My friend's 81 years old. 81 years old, and he's broke. Broke. 81 years old, and he's back to work. 36 hours a week just to keep the rent and the electric paid. 81 years old. Now think of this. 81 years old, and he has $1,000 to his name. No reserves if he gets sick. You know, as baby boomers, we need to start thinking maybe we need a hip replacement, or knee goes bad, maybe we're having little problems. He hasn't got that luxury. 81 years old with $1,000 in reserves. You can't do it. He needs another $3,000 a month just to break even each and every month, and he doesn't have that. And this is a man I've known for years and years and years. He had $1 million in 2003 because that's when he retired. I knew this man. He was brilliant. But in 2003, he was tired. He said, I've got $1 million. I'm going to go have fun. Well, I asked him, we need to put some income in your portfolio. And he said, no, I don't want the hassle of owning real estate. I kept saying, there's no hassle. There isn't any hassle. You know, we hire property managers. We're just investors. We don't have to do any hands-on work. We don't even need to see the properties if you don't want to. We're the owners. We're the investors. He wouldn't do it. So I don't want the hassle. I don't want to take the risk. Now I asked him years later, why didn't we do this? He said, I was afraid. So I was afraid that I would do something wrong, and I want to be very, very conservative with this money. He said, I had $1 million. I thought it would last me the rest of my life because I didn't think I was going to live very long. He says, I didn't think I was going to make it to 81 years old. I thought I'd retire, have a few good years after retirement, and pass away. And here he is, 81 years old. What a shock. He's still alive. He's in great health. So he's probably going to live to his mid-90s, maybe 100. But he's broke. Can you imagine what that's like to have had money, and now you're starting to get old, you're 81 years old, and you have nothing? It's awful. So let's just look at that scenario. This is 2003, 2004. He told me prices were going up pretty fast, and I didn't think they're sustainable. He was right. It was 3 or 4 years later coming, but he was right. But what if it had bought at the very peak? What if he'd have bought the most expensive house in the neighborhood, the last one in? Prices would have tumbled. My portfolio tumbled. I was here in Phoenix. You couldn't get a worse place to be during the great financial crisis than Phoenix, Arizona. But people need a place to live. And we're income investors. We're more interested in what does this asset generate for us for income. And the rents never faltered. The rents kept coming in month after month after month after month. Businesses were having trouble. The economy was down, but people were paying the rent. And that's what we did. We just collect rents. It became a lifeboat for us. And look at my friend. He could have bought these. Yeah, properties would have gone up and down. Nobody wants to buy a property and have it go down right afterwards. But we're long-term investors, and the rent kept coming in. Had he bought the most expensive property, what would have happened? He would have enjoyed a rent and income and cash flow for the last 18 years that would have grown. Because even though we were in a great financial crisis, the rents kept going up. And here, 18 years later, he would have had an income that would have doubled, maybe tripled since 2003. Prices would have more than recovered, probably doubled from 2003, which have been pretty doggone significant. And instead of being 81 years old and broke, he'd be 81 years old and a multimillionaire. Now, this happens all the time. I understand this. Now, I'm a baby boomer too, and we've been preaching to get at least 2 rentals in your portfolio. Just 2. We'd like you to have 10 or more, but just 2 is going to really make a difference in your lifestyle. So I'm here in Phoenix. If you need to reach me, I'm at michael@michaeldouville.com. My very, very best to you. Bye-bye.